What's up, OrosZ, and this is another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And in today's episode, I didn't get Ace Attorney and Phoenix Wright mixed up. I was actually about to say Elder Scrolls 5. Kind of forgot what game this is. I mean, Gant looks like a Nord. Look at that beard. I thought I was talking to fucking Jarl Balgrove. Jarl Balgrove. Fucking. I think he's dead in my playthrough actually, so I couldn't talk to him anyway. No, does he really die? When you do the Civil War quest line, I think Jarl Balgrove just gets kicked out of Skyrim. He gets defeated and he has to leave, and that's it. Even though that's the only reason why I don't like siding with the Stormcloaks. Like, overall, I definitely do prefer Stormcloaks to the Imperials, because Imperials are a bunch of fucking assholes, and they suck a dick. And they're just as bad, they're like just as bad as the Stormcloaks, but slightly worse. It's just like fucking puppets of the Talmor. They might not be as racist as the Nords, that's the only redeeming quality of theirs. But actually, I'm not sure about that either. I think they're just as racist. Looking at the ranks, it's all a bunch of fucking Imperials and shit, being controlled by a bunch of High Elves. No place for a Red Guard. But I was playing as a Red Guard, and the Stormcloaks had no issue with me, so clearly they're not racist. And yeah, that's the only downside to siding with the Stormcloaks, is that the Jarl Balgrove kind of disappears from the game. But you know what, after that quest line, you wouldn't really need to go and talk to him very much anyway. Actually, I wonder if doing the Civil War quest line actually locks you out of doing that date request for that haunted door inside the Dragon Palace or whatever it's called. The Cloud District? No, that's a district, not the building. Whatever. He asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Who asked you that? She wants to do what? I haven't heard what she intends to say. I feel she should be granted her request. Oh, I guess Lana wants to speak to the court. She's gonna say that she did it, and she's a filthy murderer, and if she doesn't get the guilty verdict, she's gonna kill again. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. She's gonna confess how she's actually a serial killer, and that's not the first time she's killed. It's not gonna be the last. What's this all about, motherfucker? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, the fuck do you want? No, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Just end the Let's Play short, please. Huh? Still got that strange Arizona Ranger watermelon energy drink. It's not called Arizona Ranger, it's called Arizona Energy. The Big Iron song, Ted's Arizona Ranger. Kill Texas Red. I confess to all charges against me. February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman, and I super loved it. Guy had it coming. Shouldn't have asked me out on a date, what a fucking asshole. In the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. My hunting ground. Goodman was like, oh man, I worked with this cute girl once, I'll ask her out. And she fucking killed him. Can't, Your Honor, this is bullshit. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services, and you won't be getting paid for this. But Lana, I need to pay my rent. Your Honor, I should forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Render? That'll take hours, though. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-process. I was watching this Minecraft Let's Play from like 12 years ago. I remember as a kid, that was like the Let's Play that influenced me to do Let's Plays. It was so fucking good, and it was like kind of a new thing I discovered as a kid. And you know what? I was rewatching it recently, and it's insane to me, the intro to some 12-year-old Minecraft Let's Play that this guy probably did without actually getting paid for it, just like I'm not getting paid for any of my Let's Plays. Had a really fucking awesome intro. They had made a fucking song specifically for a Minecraft Let's Play from 12 years ago, and it's so fucking good. It's like a rap song, and it's fucking great. It captures the spirit of an adventure that the guy goes on in this Let's Play. And it's such old version of Minecraft too. I mean, from 12 years ago, that's fucking Minecraft beta still. It didn't even have a hunger system or potions or anything like that. The latest episode, which I'm really close to the end, the wolves were added to Minecraft. And you know what? Recently they announced that they're actually gonna add different wolf breeds to Minecraft, so there's gonna be a black wolf now, not just a bunch of white wolves. Which is awesome, because there was a rumor, kind of an urban legend, when the wolves were added to Minecraft, that there is a really rare chance to have a black wolf appear in your world. And you know, if you get the black wolf, then he's like much more powerful and has more health, and you would obviously want to keep him instead of the white wolves. Well, that wasn't true, but they finally, after all these years, added that rumored black wolf to the game. I doubt he'll be powerful. He'll probably be the same as the other wolves, but it's still really cool. I mean, the cats have so many breeds in Minecraft. Why not dogs? Dogs are all just white. Kinda weird, because the wolves are rarely white, I think. They're mostly gray. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. I'm sorry. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Well, it's the last episode, everybody. Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise, who the fuck cares what Mr. Wright feels? This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant stupid. Guilty. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Calm now, Wordy. I understand this is a difficult time. Why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your fucking mouth shut, motherfucker, huh? I'm breaking the chains. I don't think I care for your fucking tone, you motherfucker. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Edgeworth is rebelling. And I think he's actually gonna side with me a little bit. That's fucking awesome, man. I was talking about how there's a new Star Wars TV show coming out, but there's also a fucking Star Wars video game coming out. It's the Star Wars... what's it called? I forgot. Star Wars Outlaws? It's about a smuggler girl, so it's gonna be kind of an open world Star Wars Grand Theft Auto. Which, how the fuck was there no Star Wars Grand Theft Auto like game before? It seems like a brilliant idea. How the fuck did no one ever did this before? There's like a bunch of fucking weird Star Wars projects that we don't know barely anything about. I still haven't played Star Wars Survivor. I mean Jedi Survivor. Gotta play that. And then Outlaws. I would actually really like to play it, and since Star Wars are all disconnected stories taking place in one universe, I might actually maybe record a Let's Play of that game when it comes out. No, wait a minute. I was meant to record Metal Gear Solid 3. I gotta wait till Metal Gear Solid 3. That's my must fucking record. I'm looking forward to that game too fucking much to just ignore it now. And another thing, another thing is that... What is it? Shit, I forgot. I forgot. There was another game made by the people who made Detroit Become Human. We don't know nothing about it. So I'm kind of curious what the fuck that's gonna be about, and how the most important thing of all these Star Wars projects is how it's gonna affect the universe of Star Wars, because I never really kept up with like Marvel universe, but Star Wars universe, oh shit, I'm keeping up with that one since before the Legends continuity was made not canon. And then I was like, oh fuck it, I guess I gotta keep up with a different continuity now. Great. But you know what, the Legends continuity from earlier, it had so many books continuing what Episode 6 left on, where Luke Skywalker becomes so fucking powerful, he becomes like the most biggest badass in the universe. He marries a girl, they have a child, Boba Fett fucking does some weird shit in those books, Han Solo does some weird shit as well. And yeah, honestly, if they were to adapt those old books, I think it would have been like a weird mess, you know? So many characters did so many weird fucking disconnected from each other things. It was kind of hard to keep up with them. Also, speaking of sci-fi movies, I was actually watching the Dune Part 2 yesterday. The fucking screening was kind of late, so when I came back home it was really late and I went to sleep late. Because I guess sitting in theater watching a movie kind of made me not very tired, so I couldn't fall asleep very well. And that movie is great. I really liked it. It's very orange. And it's a sequel to a movie I only watched once when it came out, so it's been a while and I don't really remember very well what happened in it. But you know what, a lot of shit happened in this movie. I thought they were gonna kind of set up the third movie with this one, but at this point, I don't know what the fuck kind of a threat the main character could face in the third movie. To be honest, it kind of starts to look like the main character in the first movie, whose like father gets killed, his entire royal family gets killed. He's kind of on the run with his mother and meets the desert people, which he became some kind of a messiah to. And like a badass, and he just single-handedly fucking destroyed an entire army of like evil fucking scary motherfuckers who have like giant tanks. Crazy stuff happens, a bunch of prophecies, a baby that speaks to the mother's mind. It's really crazy, it's creepy kind of, but really cool nonetheless. But one thing is that we had Dave Bautista be kind of the main villain, along with the evil scheming emperor in the last movie. There was also the big fat guy who was kind of another villain. This movie introduces another villain, but it's like, so that's 4 villains, right? But they fucking deal with all of them in this movie. And I was like, okay, they set up a new guy. Like maybe 1 or 2 of the previous bad guys is gonna die in this movie, and then they're gonna have the remaining 2 bad guys appear in the next one, where they're finally gonna defeat him and shit. But I'm starting to feel like the main character is turning into the bad guy, because at first it's cool that he's the, you know, he's kind of the guy from the prophecy of the desert people, that he's gonna bring the planet back to how it used to be, apparently. But then he kind of like, and he's like, oh man, I'm no Messiah, whatever. But then he really gets into the role of the Messiah. He starts to see the future and see many different alternative paths. And he just makes the right decisions. And he becomes kind of like a god figure to these people. They worship him. And at first he's like put off by this, like fucking stop worshiping me. But then he kind of accepts it, and it's like, oh man. Kind of fucking weird. I feel like his girlfriend is supposed to be the voice of reason in this movie, where you're meant to kind of take her side and feel how she feels, because everyone is so fucking crazy. Even the main character just kind of gets crazier and crazier, so you're not even supposed to you're not supposed to relate to him anymore. You're supposed to relate to his girlfriend, because she's the only level-headed person who sees everything how it really is, and he's, I don't know, fucking completely out there at this point. Christopher Walken plays the Emperor. That's pretty cool. I forgot about it. Dave Bautista is in it, like I said. The new villain they introduced in this one, the Dave Bautista's brother, I think. Also, it turns out that the main character is also related to the bad guys, so because his mother is actually an abandoned child of the bad guys, who then I guess married a rival, the king of a rival house. So I don't know, it's really weird. I feel like Dune, I don't know how long they're planning to make this series. I imagine if they plan a trilogy, they're usually trilogies. No one makes a fucking quadrology. That'd be weird. So if they made a Dune trilogy, I feel like it would be best enjoyed if you watched all the 3 movies in a row. Right? You just sit down one day with your friends or something and just organize a screening of the Dune movies, which I guess is also the 80s Dune movies, so maybe I'll watch that one at some point. It might be fun. I think I have it somewhere. With a sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. I was also gonna watch Kung Fu Panda 4, but my sister broke her leg, and I don't want to go see Kung Fu Panda 4 all by myself, but from what I've seen, they're gonna be airing that screening. Is it screening or fucking airing? I don't know. It's gonna be in the theaters for a while, so maybe she'll get better, that we can actually go and watch it together, because I don't like going and see kids' movies all by myself. Makes me feel like a fucking pedophile. Also, I never seen Kung Fu Panda 2 or 3. I heard they're really good. But I did watch Kung Fu Panda 1 on television a long time ago as a kid, and I fucking hated it. The reason why is because Tai Lung was so fucking cool, yet he gets defeated by Po, who's a fat fucking panda and a piece of shit. And I was like, I don't fucking like Po, I like Tai Lung, he's fucking awesome. And yet he just gets completely demolished by Po, and then he fucking dies or something. I think, I don't know, they capture his soul or something like that. And he's pretty much absent. I also used to watch the Nickelodeon Kung Fu Panda TV show. And yeah, while researching the Kung Fu Panda series, I found there's a bunch of like smaller, shorter movies. But man, I don't know if I like want to watch the short movies. Like, do you think they're essential scenes to understand the plot of Kung Fu Panda 4? I got a feeling they're not. I got a feeling they might not even be canon. It's like when I was looking up the Puss in Boots sequel, Last Wish, because the original Puss in Boots is fucking great and I really love it, and the sequel is 10 times better. And Puss in Boots duology is fucking great. I found out there's a bunch of like shorter movies, and I felt like, should I watch them, or were they some kind of movies made for TV, like for Nickelodeon to air at some point? Because there was a Puss in Boots TV show, which I never fucking seen, but apparently there was one. I think it came out after I was already done with like watching cartoons on television, you know. So yeah, I never got to see it. But when the original Puss in Boots came out, I've seen it in theaters, and then my dad pirated it from the internet, and I fucking watched it like every day for like a week. I liked it so much. It's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Ordy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to who? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Scott. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Rachel, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to cunt. I don't care what you think, cunt. I don't give a shit, I'm gangster. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, I couldn't give a flying fuck any less It would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eye from it. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you? Sure thing. Sam Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take his course by the reins. I just thought, how else are you gonna fucking ride a horse? And I imagined a horse with a steering wheel on it. Hilarious, isn't it? Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. I occupy this court. My name is Sky Emma. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you were born, is that right? You encountered the serial killer Joe Darker of the Joe Darker Killings. And the Joe Darker Killings 2, but that wasn't as good. And is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though. Could you not do it now? I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Then you can forget them. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this and use the murder of Detective Goodman. Who the fuck cares about Darker? It's an incident that was resolved 2 years ago. Really all that relevant? I don't know. What the fuck is with Edgeworth? It's like I feel like I'm playing as Edgeworth now instead of Phoenix. Phoenix just doesn't say anything. Yes, most certainly is. Apparently there is a spin-off where you play as Edgeworth. And it's like, what, then you're a prosecutor? I'd like to see how that works. I would like to play that. Okay, then. Sure, gave and fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesterday has finally begun. It's about to lead to the truth behind this shitty-ass trial. Witness testimony. I want to witness this testimony. How long is this episode? 22 minutes. Every time I feel like I check how long an episode is, it's always 22 minutes. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came in running and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. And it all ended happily ever after. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. An onion-headed man killing the non-onion-headed man. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the fucking chest. Shit was fucked up. That's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, the fuck does this have anything to do with Detective Goodman murder? Fuck if I know. I will soon be a panty runner. I've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Yeah, I feel like he's trying. Edgeworth is now trying to prove to everyone that the Joe Darker killings have a lot to do with the current murder. But shouldn't that be what I do? It feels like I switched protagonist. All of a sudden I'm playing as Edgeworth now, except I don't. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under the deputy chief of police Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, she was. Deputy Chief Gant and this guy used to be quite the pair. Kinda clicked together, if you know what I'm saying. I believe they shared the same office and same desk when they were doing it on it. That's right. Always hit with my sister's desk. It was sticky. Alright, I think I'm done with that joke. Or not. Dream about playing that organ. wanted to play it that day too. I have a friend at work who knows how to play an organ because he plays organs at a church. You know what? When I went to this work, and I kind of felt like, man, I work in some fucking assembly hall. I bet all these people here are fucking losers just like me, but man, all these people have something going on. All of them are kind of interesting. Kind of taught me a valuable lesson in life, not to take everything at the first glance. Assume someone's a boring fuck just because they look like it. No, I got a friend who's a fucking DJ. I got a friend who's like his hobby is riding bikes. I got a friend who used to work in jail. Got a friend who, like I said, plays organs at a church. Another one is into like survival in the woods. Another guy who like makes his own fucking bicycles. My fucking boss recently came back from a trip to Egypt. I don't know what else. A lot of people also like to bet on sport matches at my work. Get some way to make additional money, but it's risky and you would have to follow all these fucking athletes and their careers to correctly assess who's gonna win and lose. And I don't fucking care about sports. I want to play it that day too. I used to bet on CSGO matches, but that was a long time ago. I don't even fucking follow CSGO anymore. Does it even exist anymore, or was it replaced by Counter-Strike 2? Because I'm not sure what the fuck they did. Are Counter-Strike 2 and Counter-Strike Go like two different games? Or is Counter-Strike Go turned into Counter-Strike 2? Because when you look at these two games, Counter-Strike Go looks pretty good, and it's like, what, Counter-Strike 2 is just the same fucking game, but running on a different engine. It's like a remake, almost. Because you got the same map, same fucking weapons, same playstyle. Just because the physics are a bit different, and the game looks better, and the lighting's nicer. The fuck does that change? The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. What were you gonna eat? A man came running and took me hostage. A man has fallen into a river in Lego City. You know what, I watched one fucking video about some Lego facts, and all I fucking get on YouTube is Lego related videos, and you know what, I got kinda hooked in. All I fucking do recently is just have videos about Legos in the back of whatever I'm doing. And I kinda like it, you know? Yeah, it's Joe Darker. He was an onion. Joe Darker was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. I don't really believe that they were struggling to find evidence to arrest this guy. Didn't you just fucking say that he literally took someone hostage and killed people? Like, what kind of evidence do you need to fake just to get this guy arrested? When he saw his charges, he fled the room. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Jesus, got like a stomach burn. Is drinking a fuzzy energy drink gonna help? I don't think so, but fuck it. Upon fleeing the room, Darker proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. That's what elevators do. They elevate, they go up. If it went down, then that would be this descentilator. No, wait, descent-alator. Right? Or am I fucking stupid? And he ran to Sky and Gaines' office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I fucking opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued him. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Darker's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. I almost forgot about Gant. You know, Marshall just had received the King of Prosecutors Award. I'm so fucking jealous. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would be why he was the first to run after Darky. Darky grabbed me. I thought I was good as dead. That's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw and did instantly. What did you fucking saw? Mr. Marshall jumped on Darky just then, the lights went out, he ripped his pants off, his own as well, and they were fucking doing it. The lights? Just about this time of the year, that's when they were doing it. Middle of March will do that to you. There was a terrible storm going on and the lightning struck nearby. Storm, you say? You can assume this game takes place on a coast. Right? I don't fucking know. So the electricity went out? Wait a darn minute. If it was pitch dark in that shitty ass room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just in lighting flash to get outside? That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. The detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. I think episode's over. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.